Hey YouTube fam, I got a pile of seeds laying here on the table trying to get ready. As I told you just a little bit ago, I would get back with you with a little bit of other stuff. I had to put my glasses on because I can't read half of this stuff that Fran got laying out here. But we're definitely going to do some Black Beauty tomatoes. We're going to do plenty of tomatoes, and we got some here called Paul Robeson tomatoes. You can hear my tutor in the background correcting my pronunciation. And we got some chocolate cherry tomatoes. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to go through each and every one of them with you because it would take forever. Because we got plenty of seed here.
Yeah, a lot of them came from Baker Creek.
Yeah, a lot of them came from Baker Creek.
And some of them came from the seed exchange at the library. You get them free.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you that, YouTube family. Most of the time, if you go to your library, they have seeds that they will give them to you free of charge. And we got the American Seed, some of them from the American Seed Company here. We also got cucumbers. We got the pickling cucumbers that we're going to plant. And we got the national pickling cucumbers. We got the cucumbers that, you just love to make salad out of. We've got the sweet corn, which you saw last year that we had in the garden. Now this year we plan to have a much larger garden than we had last year. I hope that's not a mistake because, these gardens take some time and you gotta spend some time de-weed, digging, fertilizing, and actually watering if it turns off dry. So this is one reason we're not complaining about the freeze, because as I said earlier, a lot of times you need a good freeze, a good snow in order to kill the insects out. The insects are the one that drive you crazy when you're in the garden out there if there's been a dry season. But a lot of these seeds we also saved from our garden. This big jar right here is one of the containers that Fran keeps these seeds in. We got the long bush beans that we're definitely going to plant. And Fran loves these red noodle beans. And we'll plant those. Now, my favorite is the harvester beans, natural green beans. Now, Fran loves these cowpeas, and she just loves to plant different stuff that's got a lot of color to it. We also have the Black Beauty zucchini and the squash. As a matter of fact, we got the butternut squash that we got out of the garden last year. This is it here. We got it out. This is what you call a butternut squash, for those of you that don't know. But we got this one out of the garden last year, and there's a possibility that we might just take the seeds out of it and reuse them. We got some more seeds here, butternut squash, that came from the library system. Like I said, now, if you go to your library and check, or even call them, they might have seeds in your area that they actually just give you. These are, like I said, the butternut squash. Now, this is Fran's favorite, the patty pan. This is one of the squash that the bull brags about and loves also, is the patty pan squash. Fran did quite well with those last year. In the year before last, you always have plenty of patty pan. Now, it's kind of hard for me to show you everything, but we got the broccoli. We're going to do plenty of it. And as you saw on one of our previous videos, that she had the purple broccoli.
Yeah, I might have to order some more purple broccoli seeds. I can't find my seeds from the purple broccoli. Some of the seeds that we have, they're like a year or two old. And so some of those, many of those seeds are still viable. So what you do is you put a couple of them in a napkin and see if they germinate. And if they germinate, then you're okay to go ahead and plant them. But that's one way to test it before you make a lot of effort and plant some seeds that are not viable.
And also, you got the artichoke.
Yeah.
And we're going to plant some sweet basil.
Yeah, I'm gonna plant some purple basil too.
Purple basil, okay. And now this is what I talk to you about all the time is the moringa seeds. This is what they look like. This is how we bought them, how we got them. But I did a video showing you moringa in November, I believe it was. But anywho, I'm going to show you a picture of that seed, of that plant, along with this video that I planted in November. And it's a small thing, but it's got leaves on it already. And it did germinate. As a matter of fact, I put a couple more under the sink in a dark, warm place and a wet napkin and inside of one of these plastic bags. And I showed them to Fran this morning, and they had germinated. So I'm very proud of myself. And I don't know, we're probably going to wind up doing maybe acre and a half of garden,
how much?
gardening with all this stuff that we got here. And but like I said, I don't want to do too big a garden
I
because
know that's right. That's a lot of work.
It's going to take a lot of work, But
A whole acre, that's a lot.
we did quite well with our small plots that we had last year. And as a matter of fact, Fran canned a lot of stuff, and we harvested a lot, and we ate a lot, and we gave a lot away. So we were satisfied. And also from that mustard vine that we had, several vines that we had, Fran made some fantastic mustard wine. And these are watermelon seeds that Fran puts in different little containers. These are on pill bottles. Now, some of these seeds that she got, like these sugar baby watermelons, actually came from Africa on one of her trips to Africa. She brought some of these seeds back, and I planted a couple last year, and it did quite well. And they were sweet. Now, on one of our videos, you probably saw the yellow meat watermelon that Fran had in the front yard out there. Not basically in the front yard, but across the street from the yard.
Came up voluntarily.
The
biggest watermelon I've ever grown.
And it was the biggest. So if we had planted it, it probably wouldn't have did that. But it came up and it worked out real good. Now, we also took some of the okra. I like saying that word, okra, because I love to eat it. And this was purple at one time.
Red okra.
Red okra. These are some of the seeds.
You don't always have to buy your seeds. I've seen people do videos where they went through all kind of machinations
to order them and to buy them.
To harvest them and to make seeds. All I did was brought the pods in, let them dry out. I got a bag full of them. And when you open them up, that's what the seeds look like. Those came from last year. I've never had a problem. The okra that I harvest the seeds from the year before, they always come up and they're always viable. So I'll have red okra again this year.
Well, people, the thing about it, we've been gardening and planting stuff for years, but you learn something every year.
Yep.
You learn something new every year.
Yep.
And there's no such thing as somebody can get on one of these YouTube channels and tell you, you do it like this, you do it like that, because it's not going to work like this and like that every time. Every time and every year, you learn something new.
This is what the seeds look like in the pods when you open up the pods. See, I mean, this one pod right here can plant a whole row of okra. See, it's just full of seeds.
Yes, it can, because now, as Bobby on Black Tropical Homestead was saying about I was hiding behind my okra, how tall it was. and it do get tall. And that was in that video that I put out on pick of the okra. As a matter of fact, I enjoy this stuff. I really do. I have a good time with it, and I have met some fantastic people. And I'm looking forward to meeting more at the Soil Festival. We'll definitely be there March the 30th.
God willing, and the creek
If
don't
God
rise.
willing and the creek don't rise. And if my boots don't have no hole in them, I can walk through the water. We'll be down there. So, whatever you do, folks, get out and
Wait a minute. I didn't talk about the pepper.
do something good for yourself. And we're going to let Fran talk about this pepper here for 1 second.
Wait a minute. I ordered the special pepper from Bohica Pepper Hut. I got the black pearl seeds. They come in little packets like that.
That's
I got the pimento black boot,
black pearl seed.
B-H-U-T. I got the pimento puma.
And that's the boot.
And they're not cheap, and they come in little packs like this where you get about 15 or 20 seeds, if that. Probably not even, probably more like 10 seeds. I can't even pronounce this one. All of them got 10 seeds in it. Aji Kahucha purple spotted seeds.
I'm not
They're-
going to
they are beautiful. And we're gonna plant some pollinators. We're gonna plant some pollinators amongst the I love zinnias. They make beautiful cutting flowers. So we're gonna plant some zinnias, even if they have to be in pots along the edges of the garden.
Well, long as they'll be in front of my okra.
Well, I mean,
they'll be okay.
well, the okra is gonna grow so tall.
Yeah, but I'll be walking through them to get to the okra.
We're doing rutabagas this year too. I have never done a rutabaga, and I love rutabagas.
Well, we're gonna try to do rutabagas and
Some purple top turnip greens.
well, we'll do that. Let Fran get out there and
We got to do lettuce. Lettuce is $3 a head for iceberg lettuce. Now this is not iceberg, but I think I might try to do some heads of lettuce. I've never done lettuce before. It's usually so cheap.
well, we're gonna
It
try.
ain't cheap now.
We're gonna try a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Now she was telling me a while ago when I said about an acre, she was all about, whoa, wait a minute. Now you see we were showing you all this stuff.
But the acre is a lot.
Well, that thing about it is probably gonna take an acre to put all this stuff in here.
I don't know who's gonna plow all that up.
Well,
Anyway,
it's gonna have to
we're gonna
be
do
plowed.
some squash too.
See what I'm saying,
see that-
family? See what I'm saying, family?
that kind of squash, some butternut squash, some crookneck squash, some zucchini.
Well, family, as I said, it has been a pleasure meeting.
We've learned a lot from you guys too. You guys
Yes.
are very helpful with ideas and suggestions about how to do stuff.
Yes.
I want to hear some more about these freeze dryers, these $2,000 and $3,000 freeze dryers. I'm scared I want one, but I'm scared to invest in it. So you guys tell me how you like yours, the ones that's got freeze dryers.
Yeah.
Not dehydrators. I'm talking about the freeze dryers.
Yeah, give us a head up and hit us back and let us know something. We've been watching Sherry on Black Tropical use hers, and we still trying to do some research.
Because it's a lot of money to spend to get one that doesn't work.
It is that. It is that. So, fam, as I said earlier, love each and every one of you. Much love. And many shout outs to all of you.
Oh, we forgot to talk about the red mustard.
And now she have found something else to talk about.
Okay, we had red mustard. Red mustard is very prolific. Once you plant red mustard, you will never have to plant. Now, those are seeds that I harvested. I had so many seeds, I was giving them away. Red mustard is delicious and it's beautiful to grow. I like to put it in the flower pot because it has a beautiful frilly red leaf to it, and it's also delicious. So I will be planting some red mustard again this year. It's just like those blue potatoes. When you plant blue potatoes, they come up every year voluntarily on their own in the middle of whatever, because you
Well,
can't get rid of them.
People, we're going to do a part 2 on these seeds because you see we got so many of them. And I really don't like to do real long videos. So as I said earlier, get out and do something good for yourself. And while you're at it, bless somebody else. And that'll be Bammett with his sidekick friend. Turn it off.